All right, great. So it's 4 p.m. now, and I'm here for the webinar that is organized by IT Academy STEP. And my name is Natalie. I'm the managing director of IT Academy STEP. And I'm actually a big fan of creativity. So I hope to have a useful discussion with everyone today, share my tips and my knowledge, as well as experience working in Europe, working in Cambodia, as well as seeing how creativity can improve actually the quality of personal life as well as improve your opportunity for business success. So I'm very excited. I hope you are too. And I'm going to share for you my screen now, as because I have prepared for you a presentation that I hope can be really useful for everyone today. And I have prepared that presentation actually in Canva. If you don't know that, you have to check this because it's amazing tool for creativity and actually exploring so many things. Hope you can hear me well. Please comment so I can understand if you can hear me and if everything is fine. It can help me. As well as I will be presenting now, and if you have any questions or comments maybe you want to share, feel free to do that. Okay, so today I will be presenting myself. Unfortunately, Mickey could not join me, but that's fine. I'm sure we are going to have a lot of fun. So today's topic is unlocking your creative potential. And I hope during the next half an hour, 40 minutes, you will find new things for how to develop that creative potential within you. So, what are we going to discuss today? There are actually five main topics I would like to bring. And the first one, can everyone be creative? Second, how to think creatively. And what does it mean? Number three, what creative tools can you use for your life and your work? And also, the final one, what is the relationship between creativity and success? And if everyone who is successful creative, and if everyone who's creative successful. So we will discuss these topics today, and please comment so I can answer your questions or understand what is your opinion on that amazing topic. So the first thing is, I have always, when I was young, I thought that creativity is a gift. So either you are creative or you are not. And that is something that we learn maybe from school, that, okay, there are artists, designers, musicians who are creatives, and others are not creative at all. But then, while I was studying some art lessons and watching movies and studying at university, meeting some amazing creative people, actually, I understood that that is not true. Creativity is a skill that can be developed. And creative people are not only artists, designers, musicians, but other people. So maybe you can comment below while I'm watching your comments. If you,
So
what
I
do you
can
think? Like, is
understand
there
if you
anyone else who is
artists,
creative?
but other people. So maybe you
Yeah, you can comment below so I can see that. I see people are watching, but I don't see if anyone has any idea to share about who else is creative. Maybe you can what about cooks, like, in restaurants they can be creative? Do you think, is it true? Can teachers be creative? Can maybe uh, I don't know, business people be creative? What do you think? Please share, what do you think? I actually do believe that everyone can be creative, and creativity is a part of almost every profession, every job. Barista, okay, thank you, Jonathan, for commenting that. That truly is. I would agree with that. Creativity, everyone can be creative. Thank you, absolutely. I do believe that everyone can be entrepreneurs, Tida. Right, fully agree with you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me in this conversation that really is valuable to hear your opinion. So, but at the same time, what is interesting that according to the global study that showed that 75% of people consider that they don't live up to their creative potential. So, what about you? Do you think you use your creative potential? Do you think you have this creative power within you that you apply in your work or your studies or your life? Anyone want to comment? I actually think I can do better. I try to be creative, but I can do better. So, anyone want to share if you think you are the one, those 25 who are very creative, or maybe those 75% who are not really? What's your story? Okay, while you are commenting below, I'll continue. This number is quite fascinating to understand that most people don't think that they are creative. They don't consider themselves creative. So I hope after that presentation today, you'll get a little bit more confidence and a little bit more understanding. How can you improve that? Okay? Why should we care about that? Why creativity is the topic for IT Academy STEP? That is a training institution teaching in digital skills. And we have programs for programmers. And yes, we have programs for designers. And we have programs for children. Why do we need to care about creativity? The thing is that if you look at the 21st century most demanded skills in any profession you name, there are four C's, four major skills that are really needed for everyone. Collaboration, that is cooperation, flexibility, productivity, responsiveness. Critical thinking is interpretation and analysis, understanding the data, problem solving, system thinking. Communication. Communication means that you not only talk to people, but you also listen to them. You understand what do they want to say and why. Presentation skills and using digital tools for communication like Zoom or Facebook today, engaging in meaningful conversations. And finally, which is not the least important, but actually I do believe a very important, is creativity. Creativity for idea generation, for bringing innovation, for being brave to explore, work creatively with others, and be productive. So, creativity is the skill you have to have if you want to have a good life in the 21st century, if you want to have good work in the 21st century. So, that's why that is the topic for today. And even if you don't plan to become a programmer or a designer, that skill is one of top four skills you have to focus on developing. I love this quote from Albert Einstein. I hope you know who is Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people in the world ever existed. He is an inventor, a scientist, an extremely creative person who taught that creativity is intelligence, having fun. And why do I like this quote? Because actually we often forget when we work that it's not only about what you know, how well you do things, how professional you are, but also do you enjoy it? Do you have fun? And creativity is when you are smart enough And when you have this attitude of enjoying and fun and excitement, that comes together and brings creativity. So I really think that Albert Einstein quote can be a great inspiration for all of us, and the main message for today, if you are willing to develop your creative skills. Because I do believe, actually, and the years of experience showed and proved that everyone can be creative. The only thing that you have to do is to train your brain, train your eyes, and develop your attitude in that direction. So even if someone told you you are not creative, don't believe them. You can be creative. You can develop the creativity because it takes skills and attitude. And if you have that mix of skills and attitude that we are going to discuss today, everyone can be creative. Everyone can bring new ideas, can see more than others see, and can innovate. So let me prove you and let me show you how does it work. Actually, there are many books written on creativity. I have in my library, I don't know, more than 10 books on creativity because I'm very actually excited about this topic and I love that. And most of the books would discover psychological phenomena of creativity. They would also analyze most creative people, their lives, and how did they develop those skills within their life path. But what is interesting, I think that if we start and focus on these four things that I'm going to discuss today, you will notice a huge change in your creative abilities. Number one, questions and the skill and courage to ask questions. Number two, notice more. That means to train your brain to feel, to see, to notice more, and pay attention to the differences and maybe making new connections. Number three, experiment. That is really important if you want to be creative. Experimenting, trying new things, and being open to that. Not saying, no, I will not do that because I've never done that. And then that kind of blocks you from going forward. Therefore, experimenting and this idea of having fun with experimenting is important. And finally, having fun. Don't be too serious. Enjoy the process. Start loving be creative. Start loving this excitement of discovering, of asking questions, and noticing more. That is really a great way to have a better and more interesting life and maybe discover new opportunities for yourself. So let's go one by one. And the first one is asking questions. So, asking questions, why is it important? While working in Cambodia for 6 years, I have noticed that students in Cambodia don't like asking questions. And I don't know why. They are quite often shy and maybe sometimes think that why would I ask question? Maybe someone will think that I'm not smart enough. But that is actually not true. Asking questions means that you grow your curiosity. You learn how things work, why do they work, where, who is doing that. And I used to have a great boss in my maybe 10 years ago. He was very creative person and he told that his favorite question was, what if? That helped him to be very creative. He was asking, what if I do that? Why? What if this will not work? Then what can I do? And this curiosity and asking questions and not saying, I'm an expert and I will not be questioning things, or we have been doing that for 100 years. I will not ask what else can be done. That actually stops you. That's why asking questions is really, really important. If any student from IT Academy STEP Cambodia is watching me right now, I invite you to be more brave and ask questions to your teachers and to us, because this is something that can benefit to everyone. Asking questions means also not rushing with answers. If you would give an answer to a question and you would consider that is the only true answer, then you may miss opportunity to find new ways and to innovate. So don't rush with answers. That is my good advice to you. And stay open minded. Questions help to discover different perspectives. Questioning also helps you to understand that the world is so dynamic and different, and there is always more than one way. I am sure if you would spend a day or spend an hour asking questions about things, that can help you understand how exciting even a simple thing can be. Okay, so number one, asking questions. Don't forget about that. You can ask me questions in the chat. I will check them out and reply to you. So don't be shy. Go ahead. Here is the man I mentioned before, Mr. Einstein, who himself told, question everything. So I hope he's enough of authority for everyone who is watching me now to believe that questions are important. All right. So any questions here? I guess not. Cambodian shyness again. But please, it's really this. If you would remember from this presentation today, just one point about asking questions, that will be amazing. The second one is notice more. What is actually creativity? Creativity is a way to connect things that and make new connections that maybe you have not noticed before, you or other people would not notice. Finding the ways to connect them, seeing how can they work together and experimenting with those. And it's only possible if you start seeing beyond what you are used to. Pay attention also to all your senses. Try to train yourself. Listen to sounds, seeing colors, noticing more, observing things around you. One of the assignments that I really liked that was implemented by our teacher uh, in the advertising design, which was actually focused on helping students to notice more. It was to ask them to go outside for half an hour, walk around the neighborhood, and notice advertising around the neighborhood and see why is that, how it works. And when the students came back, I remember some of them were sharing that, oh, I was walking there so many days and months, but I have not seen those things and I didn't understand why they were there. So when you start noticing things, you kind of open up your world, you discover things around you. I have an assignment for you right now. I'm sure you are now at your home. So now I ask you, please look around and count how many red items can you notice in your house? Red color. What red color can you see around you? And count how many. Maybe you can comment in the chat box. How many red items can you see? Okay. I give you few seconds to count. Just you can comment in the chat how many red color items can you see around yourself? 10 items. Okay, thank you. That's nice. That's pretty a lot of red colors. Have you noticed something that you have not seen before? Okay, 4 items. Thank you. That's great. Anyone else wants to mention? Okay, no. Okay, 6 items, Vichat Ratanak. Okay, thank you. 16. Wow, that is a red room, I guess. Okay, now, thank you. 10 items, Tintong. Okay, 5. Nice. Okay, stop now. Now, please close your eyes for a few seconds. Okay, 15. Wow, so many. Okay, close your eyes for a few seconds. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you open your eyes and now count how many green items can you notice. Only green. Count them. You can comment in the chat. How many green items can you notice around you? I wonder if you have red or green more, but let's see how many of green items have you seen around you. Anyone wants to share? I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And I will explain why did I give you this assignment for counting green items. Okay, 4, nice. 4, okay. 4, oh, that's interesting. 2, okay, that's great. Okay, 5, nice. Okay, so why did I ask you to do that? Because if you have noticed that when counting those items, red or green, maybe then you have not seen them before. And when I ask you to focus on certain colors, you started to observe those. And you started to focus your attention. And when you, for example, were counting the green items, I'm sure you have skipped the red ones. You have not seen them. But in creativity, seeing more things and paying attention to the details is extremely important, because this is how you enrich your vision. This is how you make your world bigger. Because normally human brain is quite lazy. It will try to only focus attention to things that you are used to, that are common to you. But to be creative and notice new things, you have to train yourself to see more and notice more. And challenge your brain as well. Okay? So here is an example of making connections. 3 quite obvious things that I'm sure everyone have seen: avocado, lime, and croissant. Very simple things, right? So what can be creative with those? Well, actually, with the creative thinking and understanding that creativity is about making connection, you can have new exciting things. Like avocado can turn into a person, and lime can turn into a bicycle, and croissant into a seahorse. And these are just 3 examples of 3 simple items that can be transformed into something new if you have this skill of observing things around you, seeing more, and being able to make new connections. Right? Isn't it fun? I think it's really great. So the third thing that I would like you to pay attention, and I think is very important, is being brave, being open to trying new things and experimenting. When we are children, we are experimenting every day. We are discovering new things every day. But when we become adults And when we hear all around, oh, don't do that, or be careful, or this is not for you, or girls should not do that, or good boys don't do that, you are limiting yourself from actually discovering. And please remember that experimenting is a process. It's not that every experiment that you will do will be successful. And failing is a process of learning. Making mistakes is okay. Failing and not achieving the result that you wanted is okay. It is okay as long as you can make conclusion. If you can learn a lesson and you can understand why did I fail, why this didn't work, and maybe find new ways. This is how it works. So experimenting takes courage, be brave. And the second thing is to remember that it is a process. It's not about the results, it's more about learning. So here you go. How to experiment. Because I know for many people it is maybe one of the biggest challenges, like stepping out of the comfort zone, stepping out from the area that is known and good, and trying new things. There are three things I would like you to remember for experimenting. Be open minded, think why not, be brave. So find this courage inside yourself to say, yeah, I'll try that. That might work. Even if I never did it before, maybe I will try this time and learn. Learn from what you've done. It's not only about trying things, but also understanding what was there that was maybe well done or made you happy or was good and what did not work, because that is also a very important thing for your experiment. Okay, I hope you will try some experiments, and I have some ideas for you. How can you experiment in a very simple way? So here you go. We will finish soon. So after this webinar, I invite you to try something new. Maybe new food that you have never tried before. Maybe listen to the music that you have never listened before. I don't know, classical music, hip hop, or find a music from Latin America that you have never heard before, whatever. Think about new ways, new things that you have never done, experiment. Maybe find a new place, go to a new location, or when you go to your school or your work tomorrow, change the path. Don't go the way you always go. Find new way how to get to your work or study place and see what you will discover there. Or maybe I don't know, have a luncheon in your at a different place. Anything else you have never done before and would not do normally is an experiment as well. So see if you have a great idea to challenge yourself with a new way of having food or of listening music to live music or going to a new place. That's your homework for today. And finally, that I would love to share with you, I think this is really important to have fun and enjoy the process and get your friends engaged as well, because then you can have your support group, then you can have someone who can share the fun, the joy together. Enjoying the process is really important, and that what makes us happy. This is how our brain as well will learn that creativity and experiments is a good thing, because you will enjoy, you will get this happiness, and your brain will think, okay, that works for me, I'll do that more. Because if you have stress, if you don't like things, then definitely this will not be sustainable. You will drop it off. So find a way of having fun with your creativity. So I wanted to share now our students' works in Cambodia and show you that creativity actually can be pretty well developed. I would say that most of students who come to study with IT Academy STEP, they say, yes, I really want to develop my creativity, but I'm not creative. I'm not good at that. And look at these works, we can see that those works are very creative, very well done, and I think they have succeeded. You can put a like or heart comment to this webinar if you think that is true. And here is another example of IT Academy STEP student work. He has developed this brand, Lime Naked. I think it's very creative name, and he has created this advertising for a drink, which I think I even already seen being sold in Cambodia. So that is another example of how creative skills are developed while studying. Or here is, I don't know if this student is watching me right now because he has already graduated IT Academy STEP, and I know he's a successful designer. So that is his graduation work, and I really, really enjoy how he has created this Cambodian brand, and how he has applied those creative skills he learned into developing this beautiful design and playing around with Khmer word, and adding some leaves and color to make sure that it stands out. Really good work and very, very creative. Here is one of the latest examples of our student work. They have been developing menu, and this is beautiful to see how a simple thing such as menu can be done in a beautiful, well-arranged and creative way. And it takes definitely a lot of effort and skills, but also attitude and understanding how to do that. So great example. I know everyone now is about UI UX and digital technologies. So that is an example of a mobile application design developed by our student. And creativity here was to decide on colors, on icons, on arranging those, on finding the proper icons, and understanding how design can be beautiful. Another example of a mobile application as well, it's kind of a mobile application for finding freelance work. And I like how the student decided to use only two colors actually, the blue and the white. And you see it looks really nice even when it has some limitations. It's not that vibrant like we see in some other works, but it works. So creativity really is unlimited. You can have the creative skills applied in so many different ways. So I hope I have proven to you that creativity can be developed, and now you understand what exactly should you do after that this webinar and how you can try to improve your creative skills. And now let me show you a few tools that can be maybe helping you to develop those creative skills. I would recommend looking at these websites, especially for those who are interested in design, not only professional designers, but everyone who wants to have more opportunities for design skills development. The first two would show you samples of other designers' works, and you will be able to get inspiration. Just don't copy paste, Make sure that you have a unique idea and you use those for your own thinking, for understanding how other people do that, and learning from them. And Pinterest is actually an amazing website. I love it a lot. It is a social media. If you don't have an account there, do it right now. You can anyone comment if you have Pinterest account? Okay, I see. I think Pinterest can be used for whatever idea you want to check. I don't know, fashion, design, even how to decorate a room, or how to create a new recipe, or find ways to do a new haircut, or whatever is there. Pinterest is a great place to find new ideas. And I really recommend you, for even if you are not a designer, whatever you do, and even if you don't want to be a designer, just go and check Pinterest. It's a great social media. But for designers, I would definitely recommend these two sites. And I know that our students in IT Academy STEP has their accounts on Behance, and they share their works there. So you can check their works there as well. All right. So the final topic for today that I have promised to cover is, if you are creative, can you be more successful? If success and creativity are connected together. So you can comment below your opinion. What do you think about that? Is creativity can help you to be more successful or not? I would love to know your opinion. As you know, I love asking questions, and this is my question to you today. So, can creative people be more successful? What do you think? Okay, everyone is shy to answer my question. So let's explore together. Let's see, how does it work? Yes, okay, someone is saying yes. Okay. Yeah, that's thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yes, yes. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. So far we don't have anyone who doesn't think so. Okay. So actually, I do believe that having creative skills is a very important for those people who want to be successful. Because if you are creative, you can bring or develop innovative solutions. Okay, Bundis is saying sometimes. Let's discuss that. That's a great point. So, if you are creative, you have more chances to innovate. You have better understanding how innovation works. And as you know, in the 21st century, in the digital economy, innovation is the key. Also, if you are creative, then you are more open minded and risk taking. Remember, I was asking you to do some experiments and try new things. And actually, successful people and successful businessmen are often risk taking, and it means a lot of courage to accept risk. And finally, if you experiment and enjoy yourself, and you grow your confidence, that all helps to be successful. Okay, I see some people are now having doubts, maybe if creativity and success are connected. Well, I would agree that it's not always that creative people are successful, and not always successful people are creative. Why? Because life is very diverse. There are so many things that are happening, and there is not always only one recipe. There are so many options. But I do believe that those people who are creative, they have better chances to be successful. However, the success stands also for taking opportunities, that is risk taking, and seeing them, like discovering more, but also persistence and hard work. So if you are creative, you discovered an opportunity, but you didn't take efforts and hard work to do that, to stand up if you fail, and work hard on delivering the results, you will not be successful. As well as, I do believe that taking responsibility is extremely important for successful people. They are not looking around to find who is uh, guilty. They are not looking around to see why I could not do that, what kind of obstacles are there, but they are looking inside and thinking, what can I do? What I have done, and what else I can do, and taking responsibility for your own life and for your success is important. It's not that anyone else responsibility to make you successful. It is your way how you see yourself and your life. So, if I would come back to that question, if you are creative, can you be more successful? I would say yes, you have more chances, but that is only part of the result. So, to be successful, it's not enough to be creative. You have to work hard, accept opportunities, and take responsibility. And that is always something I try to share with our students who come to IT Academy STEP, that we are going to give you a lot of knowledge. We're going to take you through a lot of courses and training activities. But you have to be responsible for yourself, for working hard, and for discovering those opportunities. I hope you can agree with me. And if you don't, feel free to share. I would love to hear your opinion. So here you go. I would like to now move to uh, this slide and explain you how do we work in IT Academy STEP. And we do, actually, that is something that I was already discussing when talking about success and creativity. And these four elements are really important for us while teaching students. We really want to make sure that students in Cambodia get skills that are in demand both locally and internationally. And we are very happy to bring the international program to our students here. The program that is actually used by IT Academy STEM branches in 22 countries. So imagine, it's a really global training institution that is teaching more than 57,000 students around the world in skills the same like in Cambodia. And this is how our students can be sure that what they learn is in demand and is according to the international standards. Knowledge. Knowledge is that is useful and up to date. So the theory that is indeed in demand, that is indeed an understanding of the things, how do they work, why do they work, and how to apply knowledge you get. And number three, which I believe is one of the top things for any student everywhere, is practice. Skills and knowledge are best developed through practice. This is how we learn things, and this is how they stay with us. If you don't practice, if you don't try, if you don't work on your assignments, you will forget what you have read in a book or watched in a YouTube. So, practice is what makes the difference. And finally, efforts. Results are achieved with efforts, both from students and teachers, and we do our best to motivate and support our students in learning. So that is something that like these four items are really important for IT Academy STEP, and it's been proven that it works. So skills, knowledge, practice, efforts. That's what makes our students successful. That makes our academy successful in Cambodia. And this is how we can say that 100% of IT Academy STEP graduates would recommend us as the best place for study. I am now sending my biggest regards and virtual hugs to all our graduates. I miss them, and I have enjoyed so much learning from them as well, and seeing how their life has been changed to better, and that they all of them have great careers. And I'm so happy to get messages from them. So if any graduate is watching me now, please send me a message. I'm always happy to hear from you. And that's why we are actually now accepting students to the new 2021-2022 academic year in our new building, which is going to be open very soon, with 21 modern classroom and one studio for virtual and video lessons development, with a lot of possibilities for students to study in the modern environment. And that is the biggest academy that we have had, and how we have grown over the 6 years in Cambodia. Next week, we are going to have students coming back to classes after almost 2 years of online learning, and we will be happy to see their faces and welcome them on the new campus. And if you are wondering how can you learn with us, I invite you to check our computer graphic and design program and see that is the same program that the students whose works I was showing you today have completed, and it covers advertising design, UI UX, and web design, animation, interior design, as well as international certificates and much more. This program guarantees that you will get your skills developed for sure if you have enough of efforts and enough of attention spent on your classes and on your practice. And in this program, you also can get Autodesk certificates, international certificates. All right. So our campus is now in Tolkork on the road. So you can check us on Google Maps, or you can message us for location in Facebook Messenger. The campus right now is open only for existing students, and we plan to open for the new students very soon, ensuring health and safety practice and following all the rules. Thank you so much for your participation in this webinar. So I am now ready to answer your questions if you have any. Okay, I see some are asking. So when will the new students start learning at the academy? We do plan to start new groups already in December and then January, because many students are enrolling right now. And in December, we have special promotion with 50% discount for administration fee. And many students are registering right now. So we will launch the new courses and new groups December, January. Yes, thank you. My colleague Daniel is commenting that you can comment, you can contact us as well directly. Thank you. Any questions here? I'm kind of moving towards the end of our event today. Please let me know if you found this webinar useful for you, and if we should do more webinars like this. Let me know if you have any questions. I would be happy to answer those. So you can comment here. please. So if you have any question about our school, you can check our website. And please remember that we have in December still 50% discount, which you can now use for registering. All right. So if I don't have any question, thank you so much to those who were watching me today and who were participating in my experiments. And we will hope to see you. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan, for sharing your feedback. I am happy that you have enjoyed that. So if you have any other comments or questions, please go ahead. That's your last chance to do that. If not, please come to visit us at IT Academy STEP, new campus. We will be happy to welcome you. And we are looking forward to welcome our students back to school. Okay, I see someone is asking, can students make change for study schedule? Yes, you can. After one term, you cannot change within in the middle of a term, but after a term, yes, you can. You need to discuss that with the education manager. Thank you. Okay, thank you for the lesson today. Learned a lot. I'm very happy. Thank you for joining. That was my goal, to share with you some ideas and get you inspired that you can actually develop your creative skills. So please don't forget about trying new things that I asked you. New music, new food, whatever is there that you think would be interesting for you to try. Maybe new road to your workplace or your study place. And try to notice more, ask questions. And that is especially for our students in IT Academy STEP. I do hope we can get more questions from you. It's always a pleasure to have questions asked during the class. Thank you so much. Akunchran, I'll see you. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Okay, I see somebody's asking. One more question. Okay. I'm not ignoring question. I like questions. Is the campus open for new students? We will inform the new students in advance, at least 2 weeks before, when we will start the new groups. So don't worry. The education department will be in touch with you to let you know about your schedule, to explain you how do we have the onboarding process, and everything will be explained. The next week we are launching for the existing students, and then later on we will be launching for the new ones. We just want to make sure that everyone is comfortable. Okay, thank you. That's it. No more questions. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.